And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. DreamHack Open 46 closed qualifiers continues on the DreamHack CS2 channel. I'm Fly, and I'm joined by Trevor Victress for Dust2, the pick of GGPR. But Mythic still have this opportunity to close it down 2-0. Let's get this one on the road.
Yep, and with how things started, GGPR able to start on that CT side once again, getting that early tunnel info. Sluggy could be trapped in just a second, might need to check his back. Lose it, and Lowrider already knows he has the info. They're aware, but I think they're also aware they're going towards T-spawn.
Oh, it's a Johnny
actually not.
Comes very close, but only goes for one. Mythic and a man disadvantage, though. They at least got out towards long, so that keeps GGPR on their toes at the minimum. At the same time, Lowrider coming up from the tunnels, pushing T-spawn. Oh, this is unreal. Well, is the timing going to get the better of him, though? Oh, I think Mythic... Oh, they justify! And, oh, they're not going to slip by Beaky, unfortunately. J-Dubs receives an instant headshot. Down and towards the site. JT even here towards the guard position. This one is all set and done. Quick pistol round victory for GGPR. That's what they started off on Mirage with. But we know how that turned, if you want to give us a little review of what happened just there.
Yeah, able to pick things up and trying to go back for the tunnels control, but then deciding to go back to A just made things delayed even longer and just let GGPR get the full surrounding of the map, even more so than they already did. Not trying to find control of anywhere and just end up falling apart, but they do have the second round to work with, and that lurk ideally shouldn't work again, I would hope. Ooh, it's like Lex wants to go for that duel. Certainly should be a world where he obtains it. Almost lands that flick, but Lowrider's able to land that shot first. Stop something crazy from happening. It's just like we saw last time. As long as Mythic are able to keep it competitive, it'll be that CT side where things get interesting.
Here on the T side, who's to say they can't do much damage, though? Lom and company. They're roving around the map. It's actually funny that they just elected to start on T side to start off this map. Still though,
you can have a good start or eventually find it. The momentum you can just follow it with can be absolutely hilarious. Whoa. And they've given up the A site. Just that single pick.
J-Dubs has gotten this. They'll be able to set down that bomb safely. That's $800 in the back pocket. And low HP players on for GGPR. It's not unreasonable, but he's gonna have to hit some shots to start this one off. Him being on low HP himself, but yeah, the shots don't connect, unfortunately. We can dream, but here's reality. GGPR will get themselves a second.
And speaking of which, the reality that they were able to get that bomb plant after forcing into that means at the least they kind of avoid being punished from that round and just able to get that economy in a stable state to either keep up the madness and force again, or at least be reasonable and just toss a couple of pistols and just save for the next full buy. And still be able to have a decent chance of being competitive against GGPR just because of a single pick opening up the entire bomb site.
Doesn't result in a round win, but a bomb plant will definitely help the Mythic buy for this one. They can remain threatening, and they're going to post themselves out towards long. Surprising to take it with the pistols, but if you move with enough pace, then things could stay interesting. So GGPR are kind of left on their toes here, and they're spread out super thin. You can see only one player towards the site and towards Cat. If some frags go the Mythic way, there's the opportunity for it to turn.
Yep, and they're suddenly changing this after getting that long control to creep up onto B. That rotation from Insomniac should be able to come in rather quickly. And it's an interesting smoke. I kind of like that. Though it was certainly a blunder, it does give a small gap to get that early info while still giving that cover blocking the tunnels. So
Lowrider, oh, he has the opportunity to spray them all down, but he's caught in transition. He's falling back to the back of the site, lets Steven and Beaky down, and he gets overrun by JoJo. Lowrider falls, B sites open for business, and some more damage from JoJo, who's just been pumping it out with M4. Now a retake attempt here from GGPR effectively has to be attained. Pluto coming in from the tunnels, but not for much longer. Traded, at least. JT and his Shawniak trying to make things do. But now just in Shawniak on 9 points of health, finds the first, finds the second, somehow given it to him by Mythic. And GGPR complete the retake. Somehow, someway.
Now, they may have gotten that round, but a single M4 brought on over is going to have heavy implications on their economy. So that's sort of the name of the game. They may be getting all 3 of these rounds here, but the economy implications going into this next full buy are massive, as they've been able to get all this damage and just completely shatter the reserves of GGPR. See, only in Shawniak with any spare cash. So if they lose this round, won't have anything to work with. Flum's very passive on this trigger, just waiting for the info.
Oh.
And able to land that shot. And JoJo's been able to get the pick long as well.
He predicted it. He predicted it, got the frag as a result. This round hinges on Pluto. He'll at least be able to quickly take down J-Dubs. Now getting wrapped, though, by JoJo. Pluto still standing tall. 3 kills to his name. Somehow, he's gotten this. And it's down to the 2v3. Mythic had those initial 2 openers, but Pluto has dragged GGPR back into this round. And even look at your mini-map. He's going to continue to push. Pluto's back towards top middle, but it's going to be down to JT here in CT.
Looking up to be a little bit of a disaster, especially if he connects with that
Pluto.
spray. Not able to find anything just yet, but they have the info. There's someone behind too. And JT's trying to get behind and catch the timing to push through this smoke. But Flum will deny him. They're both still alive, 2v2. They just need to be able to play together and not take those individual duels they were earlier. B site is open for business. And if Flom can land the shot on JT, which would be a little bit of a miracle, but would give them the round.
Beaky, though, coming in on the flank. Might be checked, and he is. Sluggy takes him out. 1v2 now for JT. He's creeping through CT spawn, but he's made the wrong read.
And they're walking to A. The patience and the running should confirm it to them. Just the perfect bait. Get the right situation to go to B and just walk their way towards A. Taking the risk knowing they have lower HP. Safely planning for long. Still a chance for JT in this retake, but Flum keeps up these shots in this round. I don't think he has a chance.
Yeah, JT is going to make an attempt for it, it seems. He knows these players are low. He certainly knows that, but he has an op to contend with Flom, and even then, the save seems like a more reasonable option. He'll take Beaky's AWP and save that. Mythic win the big one. It was looking like it was almost out of their hand. Pluto tried to make a huge effort.
Yeah, this is where this T side gets very scary, because as much as they were able to recover the round from their initial massive opening to becoming almost a nightmare blunder, you have to consider the fact that if they force with this AWP, that can just start this loop of just not having money on the CT side and allow Mythic to snowball, which is sort of what they're looking for here. It's important to see how they want to invest around this AWP.
Lots of things you can do with the op. You can go for a fast long pick, potentially towards Cat. There's a lot of options here for JT, but he has to contend with Flom and a lot of other star players for Mythic. Let's take it towards middle instead. Flom taking his off towards long, finds that success, takes down Lowrider. Already the man advantage here for Mythic. And again, it's GGPR placed in a position where someone has to multi-frag.
Yeah, and if there's anyone that's going to have to be the one to do it, it's going to be JT. Should be able to land a shot on JoJo, but actually, Flom's able to find him through the smoke. Soniac will be able to pick it up with that op and even take it to A, but that jumping should have been heard and called by Lex or J-Dubs. He shouldn't go into this.
They're gonna go off of it anyways. They got plenty of flashbangs. Yeah. But even then, they're not even going to go towards Cat. They're just trying to shuffle around the rotations, make sure that there's not a stack in play. And instead, they're going to go for a little mid to be split right quick. Smoke goes in towards Spawn. Lex and J-Dubs only need to be able to peek, and he's out of the round. Pluto trying to get flashed through smoke, and Shawniak going to try to save, down to 9. And I think he will be, and Mythic will walk with their second round in a row. They get past the eco. Okay, wait, hold on.
Denied. Already have Sluggy and Long, apparently.
And then that'll do it. Op out of the hands of GGPR. They could rebuy one here, realistically, but probably going to go in for that half-buy investment instead. Money not really in spades here for CT side to start this one off. There's the scout on Enshaniak. He wants to pull something dirty. We've seen those shots hit the mark. Beaky's going to need to hit his, though. Here on the B side, XU playing behind the smoke. He's completely armorless. Needs to find something. He needs a headshot machine, but he'll receive a headshot through his smoke. Doesn't even get a chance. 3-on-4, or 3-on-5, rather. And if you're GGPR, you don't really even attempt this. You could just hold on to your armor, but you don't even have much to lose in the first place.
It won't necessarily cost them too much to lose. They should be able to get a buy in the next anyways. I'm not sure exactly how much they'll be able to benefit serving the Deagles. Keeping the armor on Pluto, considering he's been tagged, won't be beneficial either. Only thing worth keeping really is that flashbang. But I like the move trying to go for the lurk, but Flom's already prepared for this. Just waiting for JT to creep on up, able to see that pixel of his head. He's already aware.
Somehow.
JT still finds that shot.
Oh, you're just gonna tap. Oh, okay. Okay, Pluto. All right, all right. The round's over, man. You're not gonna win it, but he'll take a couple guns on the way out.
And he was looking for the third. He was trying to find Flom as he was jumping up those dumpsters. Won't have enough time to be able to take him down, but that's some decent shots, some confidence building to be able to get. And now we have a full buy, fragile economy still on the CT side, and an even score line. All Mythic need to do is convert this round, and it'll be another 2 added. And just started to get a lead on the map they've struggled with of Dust2.
Ooh, already starting off here for GGPR. They got that fast cat going for Enshaniak, but doesn't find the success initially. So Mythic get their mid control. Have to work other areas of the map. Jojo. And dropping that hinge smoke. Could let a potential jump up towards Cat occur. There won't be any of that. Instead, Mythic will be heading out towards the long side. And Enshaniak will connect on the Flom and maybe some more. Splits the uprights there onto 2 players. Drops his own smoke. Gonna play over the top of it. Try and deal damage with the AWP. Not blind whatsoever, but he's getting run up on. He's going to get overwhelmed here, and J-Dubs will take him down. Sluggy as well on a lowrider. Everybody pushing the smoke from every direction, but Sluggy has it all covered. Now a 1 versus 3 here for JT. Position revealed at the minimum, and he gets the first 2 kills in the clutch. Looking to bring this one home. He could feasibly defuse this, but he has no idea. The molly comes in from the short. Jojo's going to molly him off the bomb. He knows he has time to play with, but Jojo is not planted for him. But JT doesn't have a kit as well. That's the issue here. JT's going to go for another fake defuse for the clutch, and he's going to get it! JT takes down Jojo and clutches the round for GGPR.
Yeah, playing around assuming they had a defuse kit. Fortunately not aware the economy wasn't strong enough for it. And GGPR will at least be able to conserve that AWP, but things are still going to be rough. Should be able to get a defuse kit or 2, but they're certainly going to have to make some cuts to how they manage their bank this round, as Mythic are still able to keep up that pressure and keep things competitive with that bomb plant. And they just bring up another full buy, AKs and op in hand. GGPR have to hold on to build this lead.
Indeed. For Mythic, they still got some cash in the reserve, so they're sitting pretty. GGPR must win this round. Jojo looking to take it from them as an immediate headshot running a Cat. Blazing fast here for Jojo. Looking for another opening kill. Looking to bring it all the way home. That would have just sealed it away. There's a flank coming in. Lowrider. The Cat attempt is quickly stifled there from Sluggy.
Op gone.
Op gone. Lowrider here on the flank with the MP9. Trying to do some sort of damage, and he has. He's gone away with 2 kills somehow from this position. Still fighting. Somehow he's still standing, and it be by time for Beaky. How was this round crumbled here for Mythic? GGPR salvaged what was a 2 versus 4 with only MP9s.
They just turned 2 MP9s into a 5K against a full buy. That is absolutely insane. Just the ability to just be that accurate and just spread chest up and head even just with the MP9 and just shred them like butter with that high fire rate. It's going to cause a little bit of an issue here and just let them steal away around, and it's going to force Mythic to call this timeout. So they can manage to get another buy, but they're gonna have to try to adjust.
I'm just wondering, how does Lowrider stay alive for so long? He gets 2 kills there when he's on his own and everyone is watching the angle. I just don't understand. In any case, Mythic need attack after that. They'll still have a buy in it because they keep getting bomb plant after bomb plant. In fact, they've gotten a bomb plant in almost, what, 6 out of the last 8 rounds here in the half. They've been getting on the sites, but they just can't close it down. Monumental efforts being made by GGPR to really keep them in this map of Dust2.
Yeah, but that also means as we continue, the more these rounds are, they feel more stolen away. And Beaky willing to go for that peak, Flum easily getting that punish. They might not be prepared for second off, but Insaniac doesn't have his gun out. And now this B site's open just for the taking, and he's just trying to throw a smoke. He's surrounded at both angles, just trying to get some help.
And they're already on B?
The B bomb site's been lost.
They're already on B. This is almost an undoable retake. And Jojo has picked up the op. He started this round with a Tech 9, keep in mind. He's stolen the op, looking to use it. And Shaniak has his removed. 3 on 5. No way GGPR bring this one back. I think Mythic are going to break the streak. GGPR posturing to save at least, but they're going to be giving fights. Surely not. Flex will... Okay, that's not a guarantee. We'll finally take down JT. And now a 2 vs 4. Now we save. Now we really save. Flex taking all the guns away from GGPR. Pluto hoping to hold on to an op. That's the best possible thing he could find. And I think he might... Never mind. Not gonna get away. Lex takes him out. And Mythic
Lex
get a clean round.
They just find those openings. While I'm able to get that first pick with the AWP, Jojo turns it into a second AWP. And they just walk out into the B bomb site, just giving all these pressure from both directions. Not enough time for GGPR to adjust. And they even have Lex run around and make sure that they can't even save.
Oh! You need to use your cross smokes, ladies and gentlemen. That's why. Almost connect on the player running on underpass. Sluggy knows this is a certain possibility, so he'll be watching this. And if you're Mythic, you can just walk your way into a B site and effectively just win the round. See, though. In Shaniak, still in the position to deal some damage. That's the hope. He actually has crept up into upper tons. And actually, good. Picked off. Never mind. That's a good. It's only hypothetical.
There's no surprising Lex.
Yeah. He's seen everything. He really has.
Purdue was about to run through the smoke and push them with an op and the bomb.
Oh. Lex even here on the lurk.
Yeah,
Closing
finally
things down.
getting taken down.
Yeah, we'll give over an AK to JT. You can run and save this one and enjoy life. Now going to be, well, the 1v4, not going to be attempting this. AK save could be useful considering JT does play as a little bit of that rotator role, can be very active with it. GGPR will have a buy in the next round, though. Oh, wait, the bigger question is, will he actually hold on to this? Finds a first head. J-Dubs dancing around. JT with the snappy aim. Gonna need that for the next. As GGPR...
That'll certainly help them get this buy fully put together. Able to get that 1 AK. It'll be a stretch to get the op, though.
I'm back. And here going into this. Op brought out for Inshaniak in this one. JT drops over an op, and he's going to opt in for a glass AK to allow for this mid-aggression here. Lowrider and company. Lowrider even going to consider pushing all the way up to top mid while the rest of Mythic are going long.
Timing's perfect, but they have given the space mid. This is free pickings. He's just going to mow them down. But he's not able to get the picks yet. He's just waiting. Able to make it one. He doesn't find the frag.
is able to just back off, though, at a minimum. But at the same time, Mythic are overrunning the site, and J-Dub comes in on a lurk of his own. He's ready for Lowrider as well. And a 2 versus 4 here. Boost has the smoke fade. Flom is going to topple it. Demolition here from Mythic on the A-side attack. 6-5.
And with that missed shot, able to find, like, not able to find that first frag. That might have been the round decider right there. Just all that cat control and just obtaining space everywhere around the map and just able to find the picks out of it. It's just starting to feel just like last game, except they're doing it on the T side already, not even before the CT swap.
Pistols out here for GGPR. Likely to be a 7th here from Mythic. And I think the more scary prospect is their CT side on a map like Dust2. We saw what they could do on the Mirage CT side. The double op setup was so impenetrable. That's the talk for future rounds here. GGPR sort of mulling around the map, but they do take down one of these players. And Shaniak is being a real nuisance here, but eventually going to get run over by the Tech 9. And the rest of this should follow suit, just with some delay.
Yeah. Just, as things are going through, I don't think there's going to be some wild shots, though that's a fantastic little dink on the J-Dubs. Wake him up a little in case he starts to feel a little bit tired. Certainly scare you, and JT is still prepared. He's going to have to carefully tap with the CZ, trying to burst, but 3 targets might be a little too many for the CZ to deal with. As Sluggy and JoJo's prepared, just barely missing the cross of BK.
He's going to go for this?
The bomb site's open right now. What the?
He just gets destroyed.
Lex is just destroying everyone with his AK. Just no one's able to surprise him.
Takes that one. He's gotten a lot of kills on those lurks as well. Just constantly being a nuisance, a thorn in the side. GGPR, whenever they try to rotate, Lex is there. Now GGPR going for their full buy, if you can even call it that. Lowrider down to a mag 7. 2 M4s, and, well, there's at least an op from Beaky. That's at least something to talk about, but there's no more Pluto in this round, that's for sure. Even JoJo picking up the reins here, swinging forward, and oh my gosh, out in the middle of the... How does Lowrider snipe JoJo like that? How was the mag 7 doing this that long? What kind of gun is this? Flom eventually stabilizes, but what on earth was that? Pluggy looking to lock things in. I'm sorry, but Trevor, what was that from the mag 7?
After the last time with the P250, my best guess is Lowrider can just use anything effectively, whether it's the MP9, a P250, or even a mag 7 on long. He knows whatever weapon he's going to use, he can get a 3K out of it when he wills it, and there seems to be no way for anyone, including on Mythic, to stop it. Although Beaky's going for the full long rotate through T, and this will give plenty of time for Flom to go for this 1v1 clutch. Deciding to do it with the AK as well.
The faster Flom sets down the bomb, the more time gets burnt off the clock when Beaky needs to get in rotation. In fact, he needs to make the right guess which site it's gonna be. He'll plant the bomb, but what will Beaky guess? It's the bigger question. Initially, that flash is gonna give it away. He knows it's the A site. Now Flom is going to be playing the post plan, but Beaky has an op. Oh, but Flom, he does as well. It's going to be an op-on-op duel in the 1v1. And Beaky swings in and gives it to Flom to make that an 8th for Mythic. Half lead guarantee. And GGPR down to another half buy.
Well, it can be a little bit easier to do with the AWP, but Flom able to respond with Lowriders with the 3K of his own and make sure Mythic keep this lead 8-5, and starting to be in a position to make it 10 with this current pace. GGPR struggling to find anything as this streak from Mythic continues. Just even with any of the miraculous plays made.
Oh, but
fortunately for them, Flom misses that shot, and Lowrider's able to get that lurk.
Did bring an op into play for GGPR. No, it worked. He's going to even continue swinging forward. deals more and more damage. This is a glass cannon, and it's gone in almost a third. But Pluto has doubled up in middle, dropped everything. And what should have been a freebie here for Mythic has gone most certainly awry. Sluggy's just going to get deeked down. And GGPR have made their half-by work.
That's the break they needed to be able to find. Give them a chance to keep this CT side a lot closer. And now they have a full buy for this last round. A chance to stay competitive. Be up to Mythic to make sure that pace is reset. And it doesn't build into a 7-8 half going into the halftime. So that would certainly maybe be a little bit rough to have a bad end to it. To restart things.
Long taken here by Mythic to start. It's surprising that GGPR aren't going for the fight initially. So they'll have to re-aggress on other parts of the map. Catwalk going to be the primary target. That means...
that jump's been heard.
Oh, Lex has hit the timing of timings here. Splitting mid to B, tapping away, takes down Enshaniak. He gotta be slamming the desk after that one. They gotta be ready for Pluto up here. Instead, they're gonna molly him out. They're gonna go mid to B here. Quick split, but there's still 2 players here on the site.
With how good Lex has been at finding these frags, I'm scared because he's going to be doing the entering right after JoJo. And they know Lowrider's here now. He's trying to change his position to adjust. Maybe find a blind fire shot, able to actually dodge Floms as well. But now Sluggy has the space to push on through. And JT just pushes the smoke as well as J-Dub takes down Lowrider. Now it's JT with that AWP, causing absolute destruction.
1v2 here for Flom. He'll punch in those digits, and he'll be allowed at least that. Hey, it somehow doesn't hit the mark either. So now it's a 1v2. Flom looking to get aggressive. A no-scope on Pluto! What on earth? A second no-scope from Flom! Not like this! Certainly not, but he's gonna do it anyways. We gotta send it to a break, because I need to cool off. What on earth was that from Flom? I hope you guys enjoyed your 3-minute break. To let that one settle in. What a clutch from Flom to close down the half. 9-6 now for Mythic, and towards the B site, Mythic are looking to give us some more content straight off the rip from the jump. J-Dubs now, it's his turn to frag out. He'll get himself a double. Jojo from the back inside, a wash of around here from Mythic to kick off the CT side. It's Fi and Trevor Victress. But you know what? That pistol round came by pretty quickly. I'm still in shock from the Flom clutch, okay?
I think they're turning this clutch into a Series 2-0 clutch. I think they're tired of losing on Dust2, and JoJo's bringing out that P90.
Oh,
I'm sure he's going to be going to B with it as well.
Welcome to the YouTube video, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the YouTube video. JoJo with the P90. Where is he taking that? He's taking that towards long. Has a lot of players potentially to take down. Lowrider, completely armorless. Food for JoJo.
Pushing.
Yeah, there we go.
He's looking for more.
He wants more. He's gonna push long doors. Oh, he's gonna push long doors. Flom hears all these footsteps bottom middle, and that will just beckon JoJo forward. Oh, he has a chance. He's gonna take down.
Bomb.
Oh, 4-3. Nah, he's gonna take down Beaky here. He wants more than just Beaky. He wants everybody. He wants the whole enchilada and the salsa to go with it. Oh, he's pretending to be a T now. He's
taking the ace.
He is the T-sider now. He should start throwing flashbangs for them. Never mind. He's just going to empty out all the way through. Sluggy steals his ace. And that will be an 11th for Mythic. Welcome to the YouTube video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, JoJo.
If the tilting hasn't worked and GGPR aren't frustrated, I imagine that might start to make that the case. That is probably one of the most insulting plays you can pull off. Just just walking for a solid 30 seconds, just behind the scout, knowing you could just take the bomb and have the control, but just waiting just to get every single frag you could, and just surprise them at just the last possible moment and tear them apart.
He's masquerading as a T, alright? JoJo is the T side. He's holding
still
W
is.
key. I mean, he's holding W key through and through here. Oh, look at those taps from J-Dubs as well. Gotta admire that. But on the other side of the map, Beaky's made this at least a little tad interesting. But, oh, well, JoJo. Boom. Flick shot with the P90, baby.
I mean, it's actually pretty ferocious weapon, as I said. I mean, there isn't much ability for GGPR to fight it at the moment, but, Sluggy. These FAMASs are disgusting.
Everyone. J-Dub started it off, now Sluggy. And JoJo wants more. J-Dub's trying to swing out. Sluggy's gonna finish the job. 12-6 for Mythic. And I think off the back of that clutch, Mythic are completely hyped up out of their minds right now. I would. Like,
Mythic still have four more rounds to get.
Like, the momentum could just carry over. If they win this round, I don't know how GGPR can muster any sort of momentum to counter this. I feel like GGPR must win this round already, it seems.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they can do. It's going to be such an insane comeback just to get the confidence, let alone the rounds, as they're trying to just split around the map, get control, and we have JoJo pushing from long once again.
Is he going to pretend to be a T again? No, this time he's being checked. Oh no, it's showing he's
armorless. The shot.
He's armorless too. It makes it easy for the P90. And he's being such a nuisance. He's even sticking around. He finally gets punished. JoJo just wants content, man. I totally respect it. But here's Sluggy. Here's the real team of Mythic. He'll double up. Gets more information for his squad. And Flom can just tuck out here towards the mid boxes and end this round on the spot. Really get checked. Oh no, he doesn't connect the spray instead. Solid shot there from Pluto. And J-Dub has to actually clutch here for Mythic.
I think he's in the perfect situation to be able to do it. This is the first chance for GGPR to get some rounds on this T side, build some confidence. There's no reason for Mythic to go for this, but I think there's no reason for them not to, just from how devastating things have been. Just trying to bait the swings out.
Oh.
Just not able to catch the timing, just aware of both the players' positions, but not able to find it. A fair shot to try to find it.
Yeah. Still plenty of money for Mythic, and now they get to bring out their lethal double op setup. This is what churned through GGPR on the Mirage CT side. And on Dust2, on a map like Dust2, hold on, sorry, I'm talking right now, and my mind has just been sidetracked by the sight of Lowrider has a sawed-off.
Time for him to get a 3K.
Alright, let's see what he got. He did it with the Max 7. Can he do it with the sawed-off? He's in lower dark, though. That don't matter. It's J-Dubs and JoJo. A lot of J's on this team. Looking to fight out. J-Dubs, one of them, swinging wide. Takes him back. It's actually JoJo that seals the frag, and Pluto is going to take both of them down. Sluggy is still home, though. To trade this one back. Him versus Pluto. And Pluto will fall. Sluggy wins that at the minimum. But now GGPR are going in for this B split. The sawed off from Lowrider entry, fragging at range. And Flom doing the same. But he's actually finding success at the 3-piece on the B side hold. And Mythic lock in a 13.
I remember during pregame at one point, we were concerned about just the power on Insomniac and if Flom would be able to deal with opping against him. Instead, I feel like he's looking like he's NA's best opera at the moment with all these shots he's landing over this series.
What do you
mean?
mean?
GGPR have no way to handle it.
He is the best offer. What are you talking about? Imagine being a Flom denier. I accept, I believe Flom. Now Insomniac needs to start believing as well. Oh, GGPR, this is messy. The 2 for 2, make it 3. J-Dubs here to top it off, but instead, here comes a trade fragger. It's all of a sudden down to a 2v2.
He sees him pick up that gun, and Lex is already in T-spawn. They're surrounded.
This is risky for Flom, though. Yeah, he's out in the middle of the open and completely blind as well. And I think Lex's rotation is actually... It could be heard, but the timing not hit. GGPR gonna cross over towards the site. Lex is home, but can't connect the shots at range. And so trading rounds back and forth, GGPR are now up to 8.
Yeah, fortunate with giving them a chance. Oh, man. And now they're able to break the economy, but now you have a force buy with Deagles and Flom still as a scout. I'm still scared for GGPR.
You still gotta stay on your toes here. We saw the one-tap potential from the FAMASas. You can definitely do it with the Deags. Here, though, already full long control established here for GGPR. So they can just walk up onto a site and effectively take it. I'll be free of charge, though. Mythic are still hanging around. They're in orbit.
They're pretty hard set on A, and they have 4 players here.
They're going to be in the bush. This could get risky here for GGPR. These Deags, they can definitely show up if called upon. JoJo especially. Can dance behind this smoke, in fact. Be a nuisance. J-Dubs, in the meantime, is taking down the cat player. JoJo finds no success. And Beaky up on the top of the site. Be able to drop down the rest of the CT side. J-Dubs could be better off saving the AK-47. But he wants frags. Welcome to North America, guys. We want to shoot people. That came out wrong. Any case, though, 1v4 here for J-Dubs. And he's not going to be going for this. This is going to be a save. We'll take one, but this is all exit fragging here.
He's already prepared for Beaky as well. Oh, the timing's just a bit off, though. Just barely misses the head. And there's a world where Peaky goes for that swing. If he gets taken down on Cat there, he had the bomb as well, and it could have just dropped down to CT spawn, and that would have just caused all kinds of chaos and problems, rather than being able to go back and get that bomb planted. Fortunate enough for them, there was an opportunity for that round to fall apart, but still, it's them able to get a 9th, set up to get double digits, and still Mythic with this lead, 13-9 on the CT side, and it's a long stack.
Oh, they're all going to be storming on out. Everyone's blind, but once everyone stops being blind, the round just ends. A 10th now for GGPR. They're beginning to catch up a little bit.
Yep, fantastic spray and able to get those rounds to build it back. But now, finally, Mythic are going to be able to respond fully in turn. And Flom's just letting JoJo have the AWP. Likely a small spawn detail, going to go for an engagement. try to find that snapshot pick to begin the round with the advantage. We'll have to see.
He is the long player. Flom typically plays towards B, so they're going to give JoJo the op towards long to work with here in this round. But Pluto has been so good on this T side so far. Looking to bring it home. Sluggy thinks up a player. Some more spam damage, but Pluto trying to wrap the smoke and take the frag, but denied by JoJo. Down to the 4 versus 4.
Sluggy able to hard catch and punish the movement even. And Insomniac's willing to push through this. And Lex's angle here. The amazing flick, and that's going to be a B bomb site open up. One small problem, though, JoJo got that pick, and the bomb's at T-spawn.
They have to wait forever to try and get into the site, and there's not going to be a bomb plant. That smoke's going to fade. The bigger question is, how is JT going to get into the site? Beaky has to hold down the fort and buy time for his teammate to get in. He'll throw a flashbang to try and deter them, and it actually works. He's able to cross. Beaky up close towards window even. Takes down JoJo. Now the 2 versus 3. Sluggy at least picks off the lurker of Lowrider. Now they can focus their full attention towards the bomb site. But no flashes, no kits to do it with only fragging ability. Flom has one, but not enough to finish Beaky. And it's an 11th now for GGPR. They are now... You start to sweat a little bit if you're Mythic. I thought the momentum could have gotten out of control.
Yeah, it was... I mean, even then, GGPR are getting the momentum back, but it's still just so close. It feels like it's just going to break at a moment's notice. I think just all this momentum and stuff. GGPR should get this map after all, so it could start to have a little bit of concern in Mythic, as they're not supposed to be winning this map to begin with. But at the same time, that might also remove the stress, considering they still have 2 rounds ahead and shouldn't have any to begin with, and should be prepping for Vertigo, if anything. But instead, they're still working on trying to close this map out with the win.
Oh, nice shot there from Insomniac on a Flom, but Lex up close with the CZ. It's where it does its best work. He'll even get his hands on an AK. And GGPR do not want this bomb site. Oh, but they might. He's stuck into a rough position. Beaky thinks got multiple players facing in his direction, and he'll get traded out. Flom on the ground now, slugging with the D. Looking to lock things in. Lowrider will at least trade back. 1v2 for the man on 25 HP. He'll get crunched in upon. Half by victory for Mythic. Not going to quite seal the series, but momentum-wise, a big gain for Mythic.
This is exactly what I was talking about. It's just so close. It just takes that one play, and Lex finding that timing, able to just catch the op and AK out, not ready for that late peek out, assuming the scout was the main contact on B, finding that double, and then suddenly this bomb carrier is left isolated, and staying around allows them to go through mid and just take apart the round with that bomb site control. And Mythic are just willing to give them long this round and try to play things a little bit more conservatively to get that 15th.
Ooh, JoJo. Long range with the op. He does have Insomniac to contend with. It's GGPR, though. Gonna begin their standard long take. We've seen this, but not an opener from JoJo. This is a different set of affairs, and GGPR might be in for a rough one. JoJo, though, fully white, everyone's blind. But not Beaky, he'll double up instead. Sluggy, though, from Cap on the rotate, will cap it off and keep Mythic with a man advantage. But I think that bomb will get set down uncontested. Sluggy almost goes down to the nade, too. So we go into the 2-on-3 post plan.
Yeah, Sluggy may have 4 HP, but both of these players on this T side are fragile as well. And that nade will finish it, but it just takes a headshot from any of these CT rifles will do just as good of a job. JT just trying to carefully hold, keep himself alive, and they're aware of this boost, able to find the first, and perfect timing to read that play to try to catch a player off guard from Mythic. And with it, GGPR are able to get 12, and they have one last second breath, it feels like, to keep things alive.
It's going to be a half buy here from the likes of Mythic. J-Dub's had enough to maybe drop an op if he was feeling ambitious, but gonna take the MP9 and armor instead, play a bit more passive. Perhaps. I wouldn't say passive. You always get aggressive with the MP9. Getting aggressive with a scout, though, is Flom. He deals a boatload of damage. Can allow the MP9 and J-Dubs to clean up. Gets that first, a second somehow. And he takes an AK. Mythic just keep making
and
these
Lex is
pistols
taking another CZ
work,
kill.
baby. 2 versus 4. Sluggy's still sticking around towards Cat. He's pushed him through the smoke. He'll burn. No, GGPR actually turning it on its head. I might have spoken too soon. 2v2. Johnniak fires off the shot. That's the information given over. GGPR going to go in for a little mid-B split. Lex is going to dip and dive through the tons.
They're just going to take T-spawn control and just let them creep on up to this B site. Because they have to plant, most likely open to somewhere on this B bomb site. Certainly won't be expecting Lex to be here inside the tunnel. So deep.
Johnniak not going to clear him, but Pluto will trade at a minimum. It's 32 versus 34 HP. In certain situations, it could be a one-bullet affair, but Pluto peeking window, this could be massive information. He knows exactly. He's pushed through window. He knows J-Dubs is not coming from middle. J-Dubs have to be ever aware, though. Clearing out the site, and I think he might realize the dreadful possibility that he's outside the doors, and Pluto, before he can even put his crosshair in the right place, Pluto's going to take off his head. 13 now for GGPR. That was the half buy from Mythic. Here comes the full buy.
Now I'm starting to get echoes just to the last game of Inferno, where GGPR were starting to be positioned to win it, but it was off of all these impactful frags, rather, getting those kills on the scoreboard, getting those 4Ks from Pluto, and just able to barely hold it on. And if they just fall apart, all that has to happen is Mythic has to hold on with JoJo finding that initial pick. Long duel continues, and J-Dub saves the life of Sluggy, and now they're just skirting tail between their legs, just trying to run away and just adjust. Long's been taken,
Mid-B.
and Mythic in position to get 15.
Mid-B, though, comes down to this. Lex needs a kill here at a minimum. If he goes down, then this round is on for GGPR. He gets cleared by Beaky. Eventually the spray, though, will answer back. A 2 versus 4. Gonna be on the cards here for Mythic, but we know how hard this B side is to take.
Absolutely, and on top of it, if Mythic lose this round, their economy gets broken. I love the boost coming out. Able to go for the info, and the timing's just right. Sluggy's looking the other way, and now this becomes a little bit more competitive, especially with the Molly window. No smokes to deal with it. Yep.
Time's beginning to tick here. Time is beginning to tick. J-Dub tries to swing, but the flash finds teammates. Mythic, it's messy going into the site. It's down to JoJo, who's able to clutch some way, and he has enough time for the defuse. Somehow, JoJo's pulled this one out of the hat, and Mythic have a 15th and series point.
There should have been no chance in them with that as soon as that's found, but JoJo just jumps down, finds the first, and is able to get the flick to find that second. Something no one should have been expecting to happen there, and Mythic are one round away, not only to getting a win on Dust2, but taking the series away from GGPR.
This is to advance to the lower bracket final for a chance to face off later today. It's the winner of third Impact and Eros. To continue the DreamHack Open Dreams Alive. GGPR could be eliminated. One of the favorites, admittedly, on paper, could be heading out of this one. Mythic are making a hell of a run through the closed qualifier, but it's not all said and done yet. GGPR with that full long control just gearing up for an A-side attack. JoJo with his AWP at long range, gonna swing wide and line up a double from the jump. Rushing for GGPR. J-Dubs is gonna answer from the catwalk. 2 versus 4 here. JT, though, with some nice shooting. Fine shooting, in fact, from JT. We'll claw this back to a 2-on-2.
Only reason this is still intact is JT trying to get that clutch and hold things together. Going for 3, still possible to get the ace. Lowrider pushing on up, able to take down Lex. Now it's Flom left with this M4. Able to burst down JT with ease, but Lowrider does have the AWP on the peak here.
1v1.
It'll take a very important missed shot to be made.
Trying to bait the peak. It's all he can really do. Lowrider just holding, but shoulder spotted down to 23. Time is beginning to tick low. Time is ticking low, but Flom, he doesn't have a kit. Does he have time?
It's so close.
It is so
close. I don't think he has it.
He might just have it. Oh, we got it!
Just on the tick, and he takes it away!
Literally last millisecond, and Flom gets it somehow.